meaty neck crack or something to start these. Not that this game really deserves something like that. You know, just hype it up. Turnabout Big Top. 80 whips, 58 objections. We can put these away for a little while though. Because it's an investigation, so it shouldn't really be relevant. Let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. Prepare to witness a man who has mastered the wonder of the light. The world's greatest magician, the one, the only, Maximilian Galactica. Oh yeah, look at this intense cutscene. Not only can he fly, he can disappear. It's like magic. December 26th, 8:12 p.m. Berry Big Circus. Circus entrance. Fortunately, it is already after Christmas, so we have dodged the bullet from the first game, where almost Christmas is not Christmas. Oh man, okay. So I guess now that we've had the intro out of the way, before we begin, I've played all these games, except for the second investigations game. And I played these back in the day, and I don't think back in the day I minded this as much, but this second case is, and I've mentioned this before, not second case, third case. Second actual case, I guess you don't count the tutorial. This third case is notorious. Easily in the top 3, I think, for people's least favorite cases in the franchise. For a lot of people, it is their least favorite. But I think if you were to get an aggregate, it would probably be at least in the top 3 someplace. Depending on maybe one of the games has a poor reputation that drags everything down in that one. I don't know. So, let's see what we're in for.
Wow, that was like being in a dream. I haven't even caught my breath yet.
Heh, that was amazing, wasn't it, Pearly?
It was great. There was a dancing bear, and a tiger that jumped through a ring of fire, an elephant that rode a giant ball.
It's also really funny because when does Ace Attorney take place? I believe in the past it took place in the future, but now this is not what you're stopping for, but it's just funny because circuses aren't really a thing anymore. Like, they still are in some places, I'm sure, but they were already going the way of the dodo, and then the thing happened.
Not to mention that guy who flew through the air.
Yeah, Max Galactica. He was absolutely fabulous.
Huh? What? Max?
Max Galactica, the world's greatest magician.
A magician?
No, a magician.
Mr. Nick?
Huh? What is it, Pearls?
Does magic have anything to do with channeling spirits?
Oh, isn't that a good goddamn question, Pearl? That is not the purview of Phoenix as an attorney. And really, that's beyond the scope of these games in general. I don't think it has anything to do with channeling. You don't know about magic, do you, Pearls?
I'm sorry.
Okay, maybe it's a little worrying that Pearls acts with, like, hee hee, aren't I a cute 8-year-old? When people ask her about things that she's ignorant of. Not that it's her fault. She's a sheltered child. I braved the winter cold and took Pearls to see the circus. Yeah, really. I mean, it's going to be warm in the tent, but going to see the circus when it's cold? I arrived to, the circus has come to town. Hey, Captain. That is a good point. I wasn't even thinking about that meta angle to this. So currently we only have our attorney's badge. It shows that we are a defense attorney. And we still have Maya's Magatama. We haven't given it back to her. It's ours now. It's Phoenix's Magatama. We just don't call it that. It still radiates softly with the mysterious light, so when Pearl gave it the juice, it lasted for a while. And apparently we only know who Maya is, and not Pearl. Despite Pearl having more lines already. Whatever. It's been 6 months since that terrible incident in Crane Village. It was during that trying time that I met Pearls, and then I adopted her, and she is now my daughter. Actually, I don't even know who is taking care of Pearl. Like, I guess it's some distant Fae relative? Because it's definitely not like... She hangs out with Phoenix and Maya, but neither of them are her guardian, I think. I mean, I guess Maya is 18? But there's no goddamn way Maya Faye went through all the paperwork to be Pearl's legal guardian. Maybe it comes up. Thankfully, she seems to be recovering from it and is returning to her normal self.
Ah, it's time to go. You're right, we can't miss the last train.
Pearls, you remembered the train.
Of course I did. But I don't really understand what everyone means by express train.
Well, Nick, see you later. I'll come by to help clean the office. It's gotta be spotless for the new year.
Don't worry about it, really.
You are going to visit Mr. Nick on New Year's?
Maybe.
Apparently this is never addressed. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, look, it takes a village, right? Maybe just Crane Village in general has collective parenting going on.
I am glad you will get to spend your New Year's with your special someone.
Pearly! Look, time to go.
Happy New Year, Mr. Nick.
Happy New Year. I really hope it will turn out that way. Oh, look at how happy and excited Pearl is, though. December 28th, 9:12 a.m. Writing Company Law Offices. Oh, we just skipped 2 days. Well, today wraps it up for this year. Actually, that's a good point. So Maya's 18. So she's the same age as when we met her 6 months ago. Well, we, saw her again. I mean, I'm sure she has a birthday because these things, they never not give the characters birthdays, but I guess it's actually semi-relevant when you go through this much time in game. I hope I can finish cleaning this place up in 1 day. Come on, Phoenix, you gotta let it play more. Beep. Hello, this is the Wright and Company Law Office.
Nick, it's terrible.
Ah, Maya. Perfect timing. Phoenix, what the hell? Like, she just said it's terrible, and I mean, I guess the idea is because, and I'm glad they don't do this, right? Because I think what they mean to be happening here is that this is like what Phoenix is saying as Maya started speaking. Like, Nick, Maya, perfect. It's terrible. Things are terrible here too. Huh? The office is a terrible mess, and I have to clean it up.
What are you talking about?
My dirty office? What are you talking about?
Listen, Nick, you have to turn on the TV.
The TV? Now let's check in at the scene. Huh? What happened? Thank you. We're here at the Very Big Circus. The Very Big Circus has become the center of a sensational murder. No confirmed birthday. Birthday was guesstimated to be 1999. Interesting. I mean, theoretically, if we pay attention to what months... Like, we should be able to at least narrow it down. Like, alright. If it was 6 months already, and it's the end of December, we know that Maya's birthday has to be at least in the first half of the year. Already, right? And I feel like other cases must narrow it down further. Unless... It could be something where it's not, like, paid close attention to. Which is not the biggest thing, actually. That's not, like, a huge problem, but... The scene has created quite a stir among the throngs of excited onlookers. The very big circus?
That's the circus we went to, right?
They're saying that there was a murder.
Yeah, they arrested him too.
Arrested who?
Max. They arrested Max Galactica.
Maximilian Galactica. Fans call him Max. Popular magician who can fly through the sky at will. Maya said she was a huge fan of Max.
All right, Nick, I'll see you in 2 hours at the detention center.
Huh? What?
See you there. You still got plenty of time to clean up your office later.
What? Me... I mean, she said 2 hours, so we have plenty of time to look at stuff. There's a giant building just outside the window. It's the Gatewater Hotel, a high-class luxury hotel. Until recently, it had been a normal, business-class hotel. Charlie, a quite decorative plant. I wouldn't mind his help cleaning this place up. Phoenix, just clean them. He doesn't even get... I mean, I guess it's because he probably, like, halfway lives here, and since he gets so few clients, he just has all the detritus you get from just being in a place. But I'm like, Phoenix, you don't get that much work. How dirty can your office be? A poster of the newest member of the Steel Samurai universe. Maya went out and bought it right away. She's a sucker for all things Steel Samurai. I hear they're even giving the new guy his own movie. I just know Maya's going to drag me out to see it with her. Difficult-looking legal books stand in a formidable row. They mock me. I wouldn't mind dumping some of these off at the used bookstore. But that might not be such a good idea. Jesus, Phoenix. They're mementos for Mia, if nothing else. Like, again, I like Phoenix more than Miles Edgeworth, but it says a lot where he's like, these legal books scare me. And then we've seen Edgeworth, and he just takes a giant book that says law as his leisure reading during a plane flight. A luxury first-class plane flight. So he obviously had other entertainment options. I mean, they just had the one movie, but I'm sure they had other things too. My desk. Since I don't have time to sit, it's unusually clean. You don't have time to sit? Wait. Is he implying he's been busy then? Well, maybe he has been. Like, unless it's only like the 2 or 3 actually rich clients he has, and they don't like constantly just pay him dividends over time, Phoenix must have other clients we never see. Detention Center. December 28th, 11:19 a.m. Detention Center. Visitors room.
What are they talking about? Why did they arrest Max?
You're asking the wrong man on that one, Maya. Maybe he used his magical skills to deal death with a sleight of hand. I mean, it's a fair typo, but I think I'm too D&D pilled. Seeing them misspell the sleight and sleight of hand is really bothering me. Which, of course, is why I'm staying on it, so we can all just see it. But it's fair. Although I feel like, the English language is dumb. I'm sure that they had a reason for thinking it was that, even if it wasn't just like typoing from that. It's not misspelled, it's just the wrong version. That's true. What is it called when you use the wrong homonym? Because misspelling is the wrong word for it, I guess. It's not a grammatical error, though. A diction error, I guess.
Maximilian Galactica would never do such a thing.
Fabulous. What the young lady just said was absolutely fabulous. What a clever girl. Such a fabulous understanding of events.
What's with all this fabulous talk?
Welcome to the visitor's room.
It's Max! Nick, look, it's the real Maximilian Galactica.
All right, sweetie. Pick a card, any card.
He called me sweetie. Swoon. Nick.
Ha 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 ha. Time's running out, sweetie. Pick a card, any card.
This one?
Uh-huh. I thought you would pick that one, sweetie. The Ace of Hearts.
Ah, he got it. He got it. Nick, look, he got it.
It's like, geez, Maya, calm down. I mean, fortunately, he's behind glass, so he has a shield against the spray, but my god.
What can I say, sweetie? You've stolen one of my most valued possessions. One of Maximilian Galactica's hearts.
Max. So...
Well, time to make this an absolutely fabulous time.
Also, I realize my Max voice is closer to my Morgan voice than it should be, but we'll have that.
Max, you should let Nick pick a card.
Yeah, I don't want to steal one of his hearts.
And you are. Oh, how silly of me. You must be Sweetie's driver.
Her driver?
Whatever. Hurry up and pick a card, any card.
Ah, I want this one.
So, sweetie, let's be honest here. You came to this visitor's room to visit me, didn't you?
Yes, I'm your biggest fan.
Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much.
Hey, what about my card?
Oh, think of it as a souvenir.
Well, Nick, I think it's time to get to work. What's the matter, Nick? Why are you looking at the ceiling?
I was just thinking about what I should have for lunch.
Sweetie, drop Porcupine Head over there. Shower me with your attention. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely fabulous.
Absolutely cringe-inducing. So. Ooh. I see I dropped frames for a little bit there. I'm not sure if that was even... It's always interesting when I drop frames during Phoenix Wright, because depending on when it does it, I don't think there's any chance you can even tell. So as I mentioned already, so blanket time for worst case. So yeah, this has that reputation as the worst case, and it might be down there for me. I don't remember all of them that much. I think the music video Apollo Justice case, just because of the music video, might be worse for me. And also, all of those, that entire game is a little bit poison for me in general. But, per that, and I don't know how truthful this is versus it's just a rumor, but I think it goes that the belief is, I should say, that the writer for these games, not all of them, but these first three, Apollo Justice, the Great Ace Attorney games, I think maybe the Investigations games too, Shutakumi. From what I've heard, the idea people have, for whatever reason, I don't know how they got this, is that he basically knocked this out in like a couple days, a day, while being supposedly intoxicated. It's always hard to believe stuff like that, because you ever get something like this where a writer produces something that's not up to other quality as people see it, there'll be all kinds of reasons for it. Authors are human. Sometimes you have an off day too. That one is pretty bad. It at least has some of the many backstory lore of Apollo Justice. It's always interesting, right? What's worse? A bad case that is at least self-contained and you can ignore, or a bad case that is arguably pivotal? And I'm trying to think of how pivotal that even is, considering I don't remember how, if it's a retcon or if it's just a transformation, what the 6th game does. Anyways, let's examine real fast. Although I think it's all basically the same. Smile, you're on candid camera. Max keeps sneaking glances up at the security camera on the wall. I wonder if he's still trying to be a star? That's pretty bad. When Max sees the security camera and he's performing for it. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He's so quiet, you could forget he was even there if he wasn't watching everything. He's pushed up against the wall, kind of like a magnet on a refrigerator. These are the only two things. It's always weird to me, like, you would think at least the chair and maybe the window he might have something. Oh, I knew Max was gonna be young, but 21? A fabulous magician famed for his aerial illusions, accused of murder. Okay, well, first things first, Max. I'm an attorney.
What is that badge? Is it used in a disappearing act?
I'm not a magician, Max. I'm an attorney.
An attorney? Then why are you wasting your time talking to me?
He isn't wasting his time. Max, you're...
Oh, was I actually supposed to do this? I should try talking to him first.
Okay, okay. Relax, sweetie. You're just a little over anxious, I think.
I think his case in spirit is probably the most pointless, maybe lol, but maybe not terrible. Yeah. That is true. I mean, if nothing else, Blackworld by himself kind of elevates that case, but maybe that's like, you should say that's an argument to make it worse because they could have also done that in a better case. Do you have anything to say about the Magatama? What about this?
Fabulous! You'd like me to sign this for you?
Okay, well, I think we need to just talk to him. Max Galactica.
Max, I was hoping you could tell me a little bit more about yourself.
Fabulous! I think we should get to know each other better too. Why don't you come sit next to me?
There's a big piece of security glass between us.
Oh, sweet Jeebus. What in the world? If only I could use magic, then I could make this wall disappear.
What is this guy talking about? Anyways, lately you've become awfully famous, haven't you, Max?
That's Maximilian to you, porcupine head. Get it straight.
Jeez, people nowadays, they get their panties all in a bunch over nothing. Anyway, Maximilian, you won a very prestigious award recently, did you not?
I did indeed. It was fabulous. I won the Magician's Grand Prix, held by the Association of International Magicians. It's an award that recognizes that I am the most fabuloso of fabulous world magicians. Way better than...
Oh, I can't. What is the name of them? Whatever. The magician group from the fourth game. It's fine. I'm pretty sure those don't exist, and don't exist until the fourth game anyways.
There was a trophy and a bust. It was a it was an amazing day.
Wow, that's incredible.
Isn't it? I'm certifiably the greatest magician in the world.
I'm going to guess he didn't win a trophy for most modest magician. Grammari? What would be the pun there? Grammari? Doesn't really matter. But thank you for looking that up, Katie. Very big circus.
You are signed to an exclusive contract with the Very Big Circus, correct?
That's the long and short of it. You sure do your research, sweetie. I'm impressed. You just can't watch a magician on TV, you know? Magic is so fabulous. You have to see it with your own eyes, sweetie.
The word Grammari was once used as a synonym for magic or sorcery. Grammari is also an alternate spelling of grimoire? So that's maybe meant to be grammar? Grammare? Troop Grammare. Which is supposedly a book of instructions in the use of magic.
You're right. You're so right.
However, the circus, it's a dinosaur, a thing of the past.
I've tried to say it out loud, so. Grammary? It could be grammary. Grammary. Like, it's the same thing, right? The same station that also Hey Dill. The Kaizen where it's like, I've only ever read it. So it's like, grammari? Grammary? Grammare? Also, I want to stay on this line too for a second because, and you know, this was probably even true back when this game came out, but especially nowadays, 2 decades later or whatever. Grammary. Okay. You know, the really funny thing is, I don't think I'll ever get to Apologistus, but even if I do, I'm sure by the time I do, I'll have completely forgotten this entire conversation. But yeah, clearly this is ahead of its time a little bit because Circus is super dead nowadays.
Nowadays, no one even cares about what goes on there.
Huh? What do you mean?
That's why I signed the contract.
That's why you signed the contract?
Thanks to me, the Very Big Circus is fabulously popular. People come out in droves to catch a glimpse of the magic of Max Galactica. I revived the dinosaur that is the circus. But to me, it was just another magic trick. Isn't it just wonderful, sweetie?
Yes.
I made all the old crusty circus performances obsolete.
But I kinda like the circus performances.
Maya looks a bit down. I mean, they say don't meet your heroes, right? But this is a very quick disillusionment that Maya's going through right now. What happened? Tell me what happened at the Very Big Circus.
Last night, the ringmaster was murdered.
The ringmaster? You mean Russell Berry?
Someone smashed him over the head, I hear. He was slumped over on the ground. Even though it was the middle of the night, the police presence was fabulous. The police questioned me at length.
Question you about what?
Oh, about everything. I was the last one to see the ringmaster before he was murdered. I saw him last evening in his room.
So then why were you arrested?
Arrested? Don't make an anthill into a mountain, sweetie. They just wanted to consult with me on matters. That's all.
Nick, I don't think Max understands how serious this is.
She's right. I think I should shock him back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity. Meeting with Russell. Before the murder, you met with the ringmaster?
Aha!
What did you talk about?
Things that aren't for your ears.
Maya, would you please ask him? What did you talk about with the ringmaster, Max?
It was nothing, small talk really. We were just having a chat about my salary.
Salary?
I am the one bringing in the crowds. I think that I should be compensated as such. You agree, don't you?
Yes?
That's all you talked about?
Of course, it was a fabulous chat.
And we see the lying. Just fabulous. Ugh, I mean, ugh. Now he's got me saying it.
What's the matter, Nick? You look all bent out of shape.
Anyways, I've been curious about something for a while now.
What's that?
Why do you keep looking at me with such a sad look on your face, sweetie?
Because you've been arrested for murder.
Oh, don't be ignorant. They wouldn't arrest someone like me.
Why is that?
Obviously, because I'm the fabulous Maximilian Galactica. So, I'm the very big star of the very big circus.
And that means?
I'm rich. I'm paid fabulous sums.
Which means what?
Max.
Quit joking around. You've got to be pulling my magic wand. The police aren't really serious about all this, are they?
They don't arrest people as a joke.
Oh, look at Max. He's crushed.
Well, he needed to wake up and smell the coffee. This is serious business. Yes?
Porky. I mean, sir, you're a lawyer, right?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I'm an attorney.
Please help me. I didn't kill nobody.
Oh, he's doing the... Oh, that's right.
Didn't kill nobody?
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, how do I want to... I mean, this is just meant to be like a hick voice, right? But do I want to like... Deep resonant. Oh, God damn it. Why does the first character have to do this to me? Okay, give me a moment. Well, I may be more spoiled than a hog in a hamburger mud pit, but a killer? Well, that's insane. I could never.
Max?
Well, I swear, I just wanted to pay off my dad's debt. He's back on the farm. Okay, I'll take your case.
Really?
Really?
Oh, thank you much. Y'all sure are nice folks. Max?
Oh, yes?
What's your real name? Oh, it's Billy Bob Jones.
And with that, Maya now no longer has a crush on Maximilian Galactica. What's the matter, Maya?
He's really just a country bumpkin.
Which, let's be fair, Maya, you kind of are too.
I must apologize for not being my absolutely fabulous self just now, sweetie.
Huh?
Mr. Attorney.
Yes?
A few minutes ago, you took one of my cards, didn't you?
Now that he mentions it, I did take a card.
It was the 10 of hearts, right?
Well, how'd he got it right again.
What can I say? You too. You've stolen some of my most valued possessions. 10 of Maximilian Galactica's hearts.
You sure do have a lot of hearts, don't you?
Ha 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 ha. I'm putting my faith in you, sweetie.
He didn't just call me sweetie, did he?
All right, let's make this an absolutely fabulous case. Come on, Nick. Let's go, sweetie.
Don't, Maya. I wonder if that means Pearl's not in this case at all. It's in the kitchen, Soleil's saying this, but your country boy voice is pretty good. Oh, well, thank you. It actually came out better than I thought it would. I look forward to not being able to do it next time, because So he clearly does that when he's flustered, so I'm sure it's going to come up at least 1 or 2 more times. We have all this, so we can go to the law offices. I guess we can go to the law offices and talk with Maya. December 28th, Wright and Company law offices. Alright, we've got lots of things we have to look into. No time for slacking. Let's get going. Maya, I'm going to leave you here. Can you clean my office?
Okay.
What's the matter? You seem down.
Maximilian Galactica. Who would have guessed he was Country Bumpkin?
Look, it's easy to miss a little article here or there, but for some reason, sometimes, like, he was a country bumpkin would lead that, but it feels more devastating to omit it. Like, it's not just that he was a country bumpkin, but that he is country bumpkin like the flavor. Also, again, what the hell, Maya? This is weirdly just, like... I think this is part of why the idea or rumor that the writer, like, he knocked this out very quickly under maybe not the best conditions. Because, like... not just the new characters, but even Phoenix and Maya maybe seem like a little bit meaner. But instead, let's think of them as being sassier. I think that's more fun, right? What to do? So now what do we do?
Huh? There's still lots of things we can do. Go to the scene of the crime, talk to witnesses, gather evidence.
And if also the false presentation of who he is the issue. She doesn't mind Lada.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Plus, she might be sensitive to it too because of her aunt betraying her. Although I'm not sure if Morgan, I'd say, acted differently doing it. But is maybe a falsity there. Also, maybe it was just the fact that, like, his persona is fancy and glib, and she clearly had, like, a crush on that in a very, like, celebrity crush way. So it might be just that simple. I mean, she's an 18-year-old girl. I shouldn't be too judgmental of her, right? Yeah, I guess you're right.
We still don't even know what happened in the first place.
Any ideas?
We don't have enough information to make a case yet.
I could have sworn I've heard that before.
Well, we never have enough information.
Just admit it, you don't have a clue what happened. I mean, neither do you, Phoenix. That reminds me. Maya. Attorney's badge.
Well, your badge is still shining.
Barely. It may be showing a bit of wear, but I try to take good care of this thing.
You sure do love to show that off, don't you, Nick? Who knows how many times you have shown it to me?
She's right. I whip it out at the drop of a hat. This is kind of pointless, don't you think?
If it's that pointless, you don't have to worry about showing it to me.
When she's right, she's right. That's a really bad, generic line for presenting evidence to her that doesn't matter. Because we just presented her Magatama, which is the fundamental mechanic for the investigation phase. Well, I shouldn't say it's the fundamental mechanic, but it's like the new one. It's the, like, pivotal one, I guess is the word I'm looking for, actually. Circus entrance. December 28th. Very big circus. Circus entrance.
We're here again.
Yep. But this time we are here for work. Hasn't been that long since the crime, so the police are still on the scene.
Let's find someone who might know something about what happened.
Sounds like a plan. There's only one detective we know who is drawn, so let's look for Gumshoe.
Look! Look! It's Max!
Even when you don't want to see him. He's right in front of you. Sure, the sign says Berry Big Circus. Looking around, might as well be Cirque du Galactica.
The stars on his cheek sure are dreamy. How about I draw a star on your cheek, Nick? I've got a marker.
No. It's all right. I mean, you can let her do cute things, Phoenix. Come on.
The Berry Big Top is so very oh enormous.
Run away before you were trapped at the circus. Yep. One look at the huge tent looming over you, and you realize this is the circus.
I know. It really gets your blood pumping, doesn't it?
Is it just a festival, or is it actually like it's like a Fey carnival or something that kicks off the Fey Wild Adventure they released, isn't it? I can't remember the name of that right now. Obviously, the whole circus coming to town, though, was the Witchlight Carnival. Witchlight. Yeah, Witchlight. See, I knew you guys would. See, this is how anti-Jinx. This is how anti-5e I've let myself become as both a growing bias and a joke. I even poisoned my own memory of these things. A triple. That is a fun thing to do, though. Like, there was a reason why Donnie had that on the rumor mill, too. The idea of the circus coming to town. And why it's just become an ongoing joke for a variety of reasons, right? It's just... It stands on its own as a goofy little thing, but also the idea of it can be pretty fun, too, if you expand on it. It's a snack stand. They have hot dogs, hamburgers, and drinks, not to mention
Candy and popcorn. They've even got snow cones.
who would eat snow cones in the middle of winter? I mean, okay, all right. In fairness, this is outside, so I kind of get that a little bit. Did I miss the conclusion to the last case? Was Maya innocent? Hey, Donnie. Maya was innocent of that crime, but she is guilty of the crime of simping. So for her punishment, she and Phoenix have both been sentenced to this case, which is generally widely, notoriously considered to be probably one of, if not the worst in the franchise. You can't let the winter stop you from eating snow cones.
Nick, do you think we can buy some snow cones?
Look around. There's tons of snow piled up all around here.
Yay! Wait a second. There's no syrup, though. I want syrup.
Hopefully she doesn't notice that discolored snow in the corner. That's not syrup. I mean, that was of course the joke they were building up to, right? Like, how could they not do it? Look, Maya is maybe not always the sharpest tool in the shed, but Phoenix, give her a little credit. Now, Pearl is 8. I would be a little bit more careful with her. That might be a legitimate concern.
Nick, the entrance is right here.
Maya, the circus is closed today. No clowns, no elephants, no shows.
I know that. Nick, you can get your picture taken with Dolly the elephant.
There's no Dolly, not today.
I know that too. Oh well. I just have to take a picture with whoever I stumble across.
It's not like we're here in business or anything. Freeze your innards below the surrounding temp, and suddenly it's a relatively warm day. I could see that actually kind of weirdly working. Oh, look at that. Maximilian Galactica and his comical comrades. Oh boy, I'm not looking forward to the comical comrades. This is the box office where they sell all the tickets for the circus.
They also sell programs. I forgot to buy one when we came to the circus last time.
So then why don't you buy one now?
Sounds like a plan. Oh no, looks like I forgot my wallet.
If you want me to buy it for you, just ask me already.
You know I'd never do that to you, Nick.
As long as Dr. Hottie is gone. Dr. Hottie is very gone. Since you mentioned your animosity with 5e. Nah, animosity is probably fair. It's... I do want to ask, if you had a choice of what the next big campaign was, what would your pick? So, here's the thing. Because in general, it's more like just a burnout on 5e. But I don't think, like, next big camp... I wouldn't even try to pick for a big campaign. Because... And I realize this is the case, too. There is a reason why people come back to 5e. In general, and specifically the case for a couple people, they want to know all the tools they have to express any idea they have for a character. And when you have a lot of experience with one system, and especially when it's a system that, one, has the extensive support, which 5th edition has, and it's just what everyone else knows, there are options you have in that you can never have with something that doesn't have the support and that not everyone's as familiar with. So, despite that, all right, I'm being a coward saying that. In a perfect world, I shouldn't say in a perfect world, in the world where any system that I would pick would be something that everyone else would be down for whatever reason, it would probably be Mutants and Masterminds 3rd edition, because I've never actually gotten to do a big campaign in that. I would never ask people to do a big campaign of Mutants and Mastermind 3rd edition, because one, there's certain things that the system has. Also, this is an awful screen to be having this because there's no music playing. There's just the occasional bird making sounds in the background, but it's fine. But that's probably the one, just because I've never, like, scratched that itch. I've played in a couple games that have been like that, but none of the one that got to go furthest only hit like 10 sessions, I think. It wasn't even a superhero one per se. It was not that I've ever seen Ruby, but it was Ruby inspired theoretically, is what I was told when we made it. But it was more like general fantasy. People were just making things, because you can also make anything in Mutants and Masterminds without even really reflavoring stuff, really. I was wanting to learn that system to run a Venture Brothers campaign. I could see that. Like, it gives big options there, but that's part of why it... Although I feel like I played just a little 3rd edition Mutants Masterminds with like going back to character superheroes. There's always a thing too, like if you make a character for that, it's always nice to go back to. Let me finish examining this.
This door must lead to the lodging house.
No entry to unauthorized personnel.
Do you really need to say no entry if no one's actually entering? It's almost like a Zen riddle, isn't it, Nick?
I'm not even going to justify that question with a response.
I bet all of the stars stay at that lodging house.
Those streamers do a nice job introducing the circus performers.
Maximilian Galactica and his comical comrades.
You know, you don't really see too many streamers nowadays, do you? Sorry. I know. He means the physical streamer thing, but that is not what that word makes me think of anymore as a default. I've never thought about that, really.
You're right. I haven't seen one in ages. I bet they stopped using them due to little kids climbing up to the top.
Okay, well now it's crumbling apart a little bit. I don't think that was why. I honestly think, though, there's a lot of books for Muse Mastermind 3rd edition. There is, and even just the base book. But the thing about it, though, and I think why it's a stumbling block, and it's really weird to say it's this, like, one thing. They've all gone to VTuber rigs. But it really feels like that sometimes. I think it has to do with the health system in Mutants and Masterminds. To be specific, in Mutants and Masterminds 3rd edition, the basically lack of a health system. Because really all it is its status effects. And when you take a damaging status effect, you resist it with something, almost always toughness. And if it's a big enough failure, then you can just get knocked out, or you can take statuses that will debilitate you and make you easier to get knocked out. But there's no, like, HP or anything. And I think in a lot of ways that is just, it's very different in a way that throws people off. A few weeks ago, I found out Galaxy and Milky Way mean the same thing. Huh. That makes sense. I could see how that, like, you would say the phrase galaxy and it would do that, and then it would shift with that to become meaning that thing instead of, okay. My M&M character was a general superpower character, like a Superman. They're part of the Canadian superhero exchange program sent to the city the game is set in. There's less supercrime in Canada since all the villains go to the US for better opportunities. That's really good. I like that as for a basic superhero thing, just doing that. That's a very good, like, nice, easy one. Like, it's mildly comedic, but in a way that's not actually game-breaking comedic, because it also is just, it's just how that would go. As a Tenra Bancho Zero fanatic, alternate health systems are always interesting. And I don't even, which it is, like, Tenra Bancho Zero is definitely an alternate health system. But even then, the fact that it still mostly has a, like, health point system, even if it is pretty different, I think just makes it a little bit more natural. But the way it has, like, the wounds and the dead box, especially the dead box. I'm not necessarily a fan of the dead box. It's a little bit weird to me, but I appreciate it as a very bold and interesting active roleplay mechanic within the combat system. No intentional superhero identity, but the local peer referred to him as the Canadian superhero and eventually just the Canadian. Excellent. I feel like I get super madcap with my superhero. My OG M&M creation was Dr. Gun. He's a human-sized display gun possessed by the ghost of a doctor. Oh, that's very good. I know for a while I would just make characters from things in Mutants and Masterminds, which is maybe the most freeing, if dumb thing about it, where you can just be very explicit with things. You can also do new things yourself, but like the idea of playing up Canadian stereotypes, especially related to a superhero game. Yeah, that's part of the thing with superhero stuff, right? It kind of embraces those big tropes. Lodging House Plaza or Big Top? Let's go to the Big Top first. I feel like that's what you naturally want to go to, right? December 28th. Very big circus. Big Top. The circus stage sure doesn't look this small from out in the audience.
Wow, this is where they all perform, isn't it? Nick, do some somersaults.
I'm not doing any somersaults.
Why not? You look like you'd be great at it.
Why do I look like I'd be great at somersaults? Grrr. Moves about by ejecting his magazine repeatedly, hopping about like a poker stick. Oh, that's very good. I made a rich doctor in Marvel heroic role playing. His powers were teleportations and animals. So I played it off as him teleporting animals from his personal zoo to fight crime. It was such a bad idea. Oh, that's a really good one though. Like, it is a very bad idea, but it's a fun bad idea. I actually think this might, because it's a circus, right? And they mentioned tigers, and there's a lion back there. So this very well could probably be a tiger or lion, so.
Huh? Nick?
It wasn't me.
Tiger? He's coming this way.
Me, it's making the growling sounds. I'll just let that sound on its own. I don't know why I bothered.
Nick, you're too young to die. Nick.
Well, Phoenix died. He was mauled by a tiger. So it was a shorter game than I remembered. A shorter franchise than I remembered, too. This is one of those lethal missions. No. I don't know who's saying this. Someone, who I don't know, so I can't get a voice yet, is saying, stay, heal. More growling.
I'm still here. I'm not dead yet.
Nick, are you okay?
Ah ha ha ha. Scared you, didn't I?
Oh no. Oh, right. Oh, Christ.
I've already up-pitched as high as I can go for Pearl. And I already did a Valley Girl with Eenie Meenie. God damn it. Patrick Warburton. I can't do a Patrick Warburton, which is weird to say. Oh, Peter. Ah, see, I can't. Aristocrat, like with that laugh. Ah, the Ojo-sama thing. I feel like I did that in the last game, but there's also just yawn as you talk. Oh, Regent is such a... Oh, I can kind of see that a little bit. I'm not getting it, but I could see how that would work. And it sounds like you have more instructions coming too.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
All right. It's a little bit early, but I think we're going to be on here for a while. And I don't need to take a break yet. I've been doing a lot of just regular talking. I was going to cower it out and be like, I'm going to take a little break and consider... And I wasn't going to think about it at all anyways. I'm going to make some tea. See, I always make that beforehand.
Regent is such a cute tiger, isn't he?
Oh.
What's the matter? You two sure are quiet.
Don't what's the matter me. Nick, he almost died there.
I drink too fast and too much. I need to make more is what I meant. Makes sense.
Ha! He wasn't anywhere close to getting hurt, let alone dying. This little tiger hardly ever bites people. And besides, people normally never get to play with a wild tiger, right? So if you think about it, you're actually really lucky. Huh? You agree, don't you?
I guess.
What do you mean, you guess? Why are you agreeing with her?
Woohoo! Your costume.
Eh?
It's cute. I want to try it on.
Costume? You mean my clothes?
You don't mind letting me try it on, right?
See, this is just my Morgan voice. But that's okay. Morgan won't come up again anyway, so.
I guess not.
Really? You're the best.
Wow. Tables turned quickly on that one. So much for the tiger thing.
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Regina Berry, the renowned animal tamer of the Berry Big Circus.
My name's Maya Fey. I'm a spirit medium.
Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Also, if we... This is fine, too. I don't think there's anything blue we have to worry about here. But she has her little... She has like a little wand thing she uses. She probably has a better image for it, but... When you put us up next to an animal tamer, I bet we really look odd. Yeah, see, this works a little better with her doing that so we can see it like that.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise. Oh. So, did they... Okay. So, I'm gonna get ahead of things a little bit here. There's a couple reasons why people really don't like this case. And, Regina here, pretty sure that's for fighting evil by moonlight. It does look like Sailor Moon's thing, doesn't it? Regina Berry here is one of them. The idol of the Berry Big Circus and daughter to Russell Berry, the ringmaster. So I'm not sure if the idol angle was quite as pronounced back then. Although I think idol culture has been entrenched for quite a while in Japan. But I think the use of it here is very specific. Because the idea with her is that she is a young, vivacious, attractive teenage girl who uses the force of her cute appearance and personality to get what she wants. And there's several older guys who are maybe susceptible to that in this case. Oh, hey, Ziggy Stardust. Yeah, you didn't see Maximilian Galactica. If I could do a David Bowie, maybe. Yeah, I was doing more traditional, like just fabulous magician voice. So yeah, it's one of those things where people being attracted to her comes up as a plot point, and people are very uncomfortable with that. Understandably so. She is 16, as it says here. Which, you know, that's just like a detail of the case that is just a hard thing that's going to make it harder for people, too. Anyways, let's ignore her for now.
The seats are kind of far away, don't you think?
They are, but it also means that lots of people can fit in the big top.
He's right. We can fit 500 people into a show.
500? That's amazing.
Is it amazing? Like, this isn't meant to be a big circus, but...
Flying around above that many people is a real rush. At least that's what Max said.
Oh man, we all see it. Take a drink, cause I'm pretty sure the old joke is gonna come up.
Ah, a ladder.
It's just a step ladder.
What's the difference? They do the same thing, right? I think you should stick with the basic facts of the matter.
Oh. Okay. It's not even worth arguing with her on this one.
Hey, it's a rope.
Probably for tightrope walking.
That's a bit strange. There weren't any tightrope walkers in the show when we saw it.
Boxes? Good for you, you're wrong, Maya. There doesn't seem to be anything here that can help us. Not a single clue.
You know, I've been meaning to ask you, what exactly do you mean when you say clue? What are you looking for?
That's not a boat. It's actually called a vessel. My fave FF8 quote. It works out pretty well. A bloody chainsaw, for instance.
Well, there's definitely not one of those here.
Also, man, it doesn't help that circus music is kind of aggressive.
Look, that's where Max comes out during the show.
I gotta admit, that was a pretty cool effect.
We're planning for me to start coming out of the lion during the show.
That's great, Regina. Or Regina. As a lot of people like to jokingly say, but I'll go with Regina.
Yeah, I want to ride on Regent's back and jump out of the lion's mouth.
I want to try it too.
Let's be real, any circus episode sucks. X-Files, Knight Rider, the list goes on. Batman, no, I'm kidding. Just from Robin's thing.
I'll ride on Nick's back and jump out of the lion's mouth.
Sometimes I wonder about this girl. Dev sucked for Robin. Yeah, this is true. It did definitely suck for Robin.
Whoa, those lights are huge.
I love lights. Whenever I appear under the spotlight, everyone claps for me.
That's because everyone knows that you're cute.
No, I'm not cute. You're cute.
Me?
Of course. I'm sure you'd make an incredible heroine.
Really? You think so? Nick, did you hear that? Me, a heroine. What about Nick, Regina?
Nick,
He's no hero, is he?
Ouch. Thanks a lot, Maya. I just busted down a reinforced channeling door to try to save you. I mean, that was 6 months ago, I guess. Who's keeping track? Also, a reminder, I don't think we have anyone that says it right now. Regina Berry, daughter of Russell Berry, the ringmaster. Her father is the murder victim. Which, she seems real torn up about that, huh? What have you done lately? Behold, I am a lawyer. What about this? What can you tell me?
I'm not really good at figuring out hard things.
Really? You too? I understand exactly what you mean.
I never expected Maya to make a new friend in a strange place like this. I mean, I feel like they could be decent friends. I feel like... Well, the idea is she's like the sheltered princess idol of this one. So Regina, in her own way, is just as sheltered as Maya used to be and Pearls was. Do you have anything for the gem? No? Okay. Oh, I forgot to present people. I forgot. I could have presented that to... that's fine.
Maya, you're Spirit Chandler?
Yep, I'm still training though.
That sounds like fun. I think you should join us at the circus.
Huh? As a spirit chandler?
Yeah, you'd be a big hit.
Really? She says I'd be a big hit.
I think she's just being nice. I mean, when Maya channels, her body can drastically change. I could definitely see that having some appeal at a circus.
It's Max. Hey, where is Max now anyways?
You don't know?
Nope.
He's been arrested. He was charged with the murder of your father.
It's okay. Nick and I will help him.
Max isn't the guy, is he? I mean, the criminal?
Of course he's not.
I'm worried about so many things right now.
Are you? You don't look worried. You look like you're sparkly.
Like what?
Hee.
Okay, you know what? Maybe there's a reason why this case has a reputation it does.
Alright, I look so cute in this picture. Don't you think I look cute? Don't ya? Don't ya?
You sure do.
No objections here. What happened?
Hey Regina, what do you know about what happened last night?
You mean the murder?
Uh-huh.
My dad was murdered.
Oh, I see. Wait, what did you just say?
So, the ringmaster was your...
Also, the materials we had might have already mentioned that that was a relationship, but it's okay. I always forget. Like, the game clearly means you to talk to people first. Oh god, you sequence broke it. A little bit.
Yup, the ringmaster was my dad.
I'm so sorry about what happened to him.
Why do you say you're sorry?
Huh?
Anyways, everyone was here practicing last night.
Even your dad? See, like all 16-year-old girls, she is a psychopath. But no, I'm joking, obviously.
Yes, everyone was here. We finished up around 10 p.m.
Also, the joke is that I was specifying it to one gender. I remember high school.
After that, everyone went off on their own. I was the only one who stayed around here.
Why did you do that?
I was playing with Regent.
Regent. So she was with that beast. Also, I appreciate the tiger being drawn to look more like realistic and not quite anime with these anime characters. It's the funny kind of uncanny touch.
That's when the police showed up. When they took me to check things out, Dad was dead.
For someone whose father was just murdered, she seems awfully perky. Okay, how did the ringmaster die? We were actually told this before you showed up by Max. He was apparently bludgeoned to death. I wish you would tell us more about her dad. Can I... Ah, okay. Russell Berry, age 52. The victim and ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus. Regina Berry's father. I like his mustache. Regina.
That's incredible that you are an animal tamer. Moving past your dead dad,
Oh, yes, let's. If you say so.
it has to be really scary.
Scary? Why?
Huh?
Regent isn't scary. He's cute. Ever since Leon died, Regent has been my best friend.
Ah, sorry.
Ever since Leon died, Regent has been my best friend.
Leon? 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 Leon. Leon. Bludgeoned by some blunt object that left biting claw marks.
Yes, Leon the lion.
Leon the Lion. Regent and Regina. Interesting name choices.
Leon? He died?
Yes, actually, he was killed. My dad killed him.
What? Why did he do that?
I'm not sure why he did it.
It's tough not to get charmed when she looks at you with those innocent eyes. Leon S. Kennedy. No. This lion died, so it definitely was not named Leon S. Kennedy. Anyways, Phoenix, I need you to focus. One. Well, I guess I was gonna say she's not that cute, but she has manifested sparkling lights around her. Albert Whisker. That's a good one. Good one, Donnie. Is there like... Oh, can you use something with Redfield and make that a cat thing? Chris Calico Field? No. I don't know. What's on your mind?
Regina, what's the matter? What's on your mind?
I'll tell you, Maya, but just you.
Ah,
Well,
What? Really?
and then
Oh my, that's incredible, Regina. Come on, Nick. There's no reason to pout.
don't worry about me.
Regina told me that someone professed their love to her.
Chris Redfield. Oh, that's not bad. And I guess we could also just use Final Fantasy VII and just say Red 13, but no, that doesn't really quite work. Redfield. That's not bad. I like that. That's a good one, Captain. Profess their love?
Not only that, it was Maximilian Galactica.
Okay. So I think most of us are familiar with the joke that you can marry someone as young as like 13 in Japan. Obviously, very debunked. That's the kind of stuff that, like, you know, hogwash and everything. But there is a thing where, like, you know, and oh god, what is it? I remember this. It's because I actually watched at least the first one ages ago. But it was, what, the first or second Transformers movie with the Romeo and Juliet laws or whatever. Which, So, Regina's 16 and Max is 21. There's really no way to make this look... Obviously, like, especially in, like, local places, and if you get the permission of parents, that does muddy things a little bit. But the fact of the matter is, in the grand scheme, and I don't think it would really matter, actually, Because Regina, like, you could say 16, you could say 18. She honestly feels like she skews even younger. I don't remember if she, I mean, who knows? Maybe she was even younger in the Japanese and they aged up a little bit. Like, I could see her being 14 and it still being that case. But she sounds sheltered enough. She might as well she'd be like 12 or so. It's just kind of weird, right? Let's not focus on it too much. I've already too much time on that. This is going to be an important part of this case, though.
It was Maximilian Galactica.
I wonder how many people have stolen one of his hearts anyways. Jill Mewlentine. Jill Mewlentine. Oh, Jill Valentine. Weirdly, that's one of the Resident Evils that is on here. I always forget I actually streamed 3. Well, the 3 remake. But it was kind of short and easy to do. Even though I really should have done that on the lower difficulty. It really pushed me shit in to do it on that one. You can't even swim.
Then, on the exact same day, another person professed their love for her as well.
What? Who was it?
Someone named Trillo.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I remember this character now. Oh, it's gonna be an... Okay. Trillo?
Apparently, he is a tenor who sings in the circus.
Haven't met him yet.
Regina seems to be quite the hit with the men in the circus.
She must have some sort of strange power over them. Maybe it's the fact she manifests sparkles.
You're not kidding. 2 people in one day. Even I want to profess my love for her.
Maya, please. What is everyone's favorite Resident Evil character anyways? I mean... Well... No. I danced with the one who brought me. I got in there on Resident Evil 4. I think it has to be Leon. There's some other good ones. I like Rose from the 8 DLC. Barry's a good one. Barry's very strong. Me too. She's so cute. Oh, I forgot. Phoenix. Look, he's just being caught up in the moment. Hee hee. Barry has all the best lines. It's almost unfair to pick him. You know, never said it was a fair competition though, right? Okay.
After practice was over, Dad went right back to his room.
His room?
Yes, that door right over there leads to the ringmaster's room. I don't know why, but he went off to his room in a hurry. I wonder what happened.
I'd say Leon because he's consistently good. Redfield changes every game for the worse after 5. Oh. I mean, in fairness, I think Leon does okay, but really, does anyone survive 6 if we consider that? Oh, Resident Evil 6. Sorry, Ethan. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah. Village Chris is... Oof. Oh well. The Ringmaster's room. It's probably a good idea to check it out for myself. I like how it's a gameplay thing, right? But Phoenix would not think to check out the Ringmaster's room, the murder victim's room, unless he has this discussion with Regina. December 28th, Big Top, Ringmaster's room.
This was the ringmaster's room?
Yes, this room belonged to the victim, which means this must be where Max met the Ringmaster last night.
Now that you mention it, that is what he said.
I wonder what... That's an interesting poster.
Ah, it's a poster of Max. I want it. I want it. Nick, I want it.
I want to get out of here. I mean, actually, the biggest poster, though, is of his daughter. Oh, and the maybe worst character in this case. Yeah, the most non-character was Chris's backup partner in 6. There is... Oh, man. Now, admittedly, I don't think this is just the fault of what the fact that we're going to do with him. But there is something to be said for it. Sometimes you can tell when a character is... Like, the thing about Chris's backup character is he's doomed from the start. Like, it does not take very long to realize he is going to die as part of the story. Like, everything about Chris's stuff just shows, like, what would be the thing that would naturally happen during that. Yeah, that's going to happen. You can still make a character that's doomed to die like that still work, though. But also, Resident Evil 6 itself is such a mess and has so many other things going on that when you hit that moment that you're doing something like that, that is already going to make you probably pull away resources on trying to make that character interesting or like anything. I still feel kind of bad, really, for Shiva from 5, though. Like, she was not a non-character, but she became one once 5 ended. Unless maybe she did something in one of the, like, extra things. I don't think she did, but maybe she did. I've mostly only played the mainline games, and not even all of those. Alright, so let's investigate this room. Envelope, always a good thing. Yeah, you couldn't give him Shiva because fridging her would be bad. And Jill for the same reason, well, also because people would want her as player 1. Yeah. Oh, man. Like... Yeah, because Shiva would have been more of a character, but it's not even just fridging her either. Although it's mostly fridging her. Like, they already have few enough female characters doing stuff that would have really sucked. We got stuck with a background generic Call of Duty guy. And that's really what the Chris plotline of Resident Evil 6 kind of is. Resident Call of Duty. It's a table for guests. There are some papers scattered on top.
Ah, look at this. Max's salary is written on this piece of paper. Yikes.
What is it?
I didn't know that a magician... This salary is incredible.
She looks like she's about ready to pass out from shock. How much is it? How much? That much?
Incredible, huh?
You can say that again. This must be the paper they used to negotiate Max's salary. The ringmaster signed and dated it.
What's the matter, Nick?
Max definitely got a raise. But this document is dated a week ago. Ringmaster's papers add to the court record. Documents related to Max's salary negotiations. He got an enormous raise 1 week ago. Also, they probably went with salary to keep it concise and simple, or just have an easier award for it. But well, for no, I've worked adjacent to enough fairs. I cannot believe that any circus would pay people based on a salary system. I don't think they'd be able to get away with it, and I don't think they'd want to do it anyways because no, it definitely would be it would not be something like a salary. But the idea is, either way though, however he's getting paid, it has increased, and it's ridiculous because he was in the position to have that power. It's supposed to be about him suffering PTSD and being morose about how little difference he's making. I really feel like the pep talk scene he gets was written for a different character. Yeah, and it's just they were doing so much stuff too. Like they even have the thing where like Chris and Leon encountered each other and they have that like brief little standoff moment. But it's because of Ada, but it's because of the oh god, all the things they do with Ada in Resident Evil 6. Oh, they just wanted to do a lot with Chris in that game. But I think Chris also just suffers from the fact that he's also in 5 and 7 around it too. Like Leon, it's kind of, and I think Leon does okay in 6, but it's also easier to ignore him because it's more isolated within that context. Leon vs. Chris was a non-eventful as a Spurn versus Spurn thing from Halo 5. So I don't know what that is, but also based on I do know what Leon versus Chris is, I can guess what Spurn versus Spurn thing is like then. Why can we still click on this? This was the table he used when visitors came to see him.
Ew, there's mud caked on the table.
Someone with terrible manners must have put their shoes up on the table.
Nick, don't even think about it.
I wasn't. How uncouth do you think I am anyway? But really, I like the Ada and Ada plot, but only after I read the wiki. That's fair. I think this just has a little bit too much going on. I guess the plot itself, I don't entirely mind. It's just the stuff around it. Also, the fact it's tied into Simmons, who is just a lot. Is Simmons? I think his name was Simmons. Unless I'm mixing him up with the loser from the beginning of Resident Evil 5. So that's American thinking that I had to look up additional stuff. Oh yeah, there's that too. Oh, heck yeah, a likely harasser restricted. Also, the name of this person I'm about to ban, well, you'll see it pop up. It's pretty bad. Or it's, I say pretty bad. I might be thinking too juvenile with that too. It might just be like an agricultural thing.
Nick, look at all the cute trophies.
Indeed. Just look at all the awards the circus has won.
Like All-County Quiz Champions, Ringmasters Association Mini Golf Master, Beer Belly Balloon Bounce Champ, Pet Grooming Grand Prix.
Wow, the
Ringmaster was multi-talented in ways I could have never imagined.
Okay. Beer belly bound. Okay. Simmons sucked because he wouldn't die soon enough, and also his transformations were stupid except for the fly one. Yup, pretty much. Those facial expressions were perfect. This is a rough case for Maya. I think she's learning things about people who entertained her a couple days ago she never wanted to know.
There's a lot of posters here, don't you think?
There are indeed.
So many posters that they aren't likely to miss one, are they?
Maya? We're supposed to be the honest ones around here.
But you didn't even notice that I took one.
Ah, she already swiped one.
Heh heh.
You're incorrigible, you know that? Max Galactica promo poster added to the court record, emblazoned with Max's 3 famous symbols. Ah, okay. His symbols are... Oh, they don't actually say what it is. Okay, that's fine. I'm sure it comes up at some point. Look at all the stars on this poster. This must have been the poster they used to promote their public appearances.
Posters are the way to go, aren't they?
What do you mean?
We should make posters to promote our law firm. Spine-tingling legal action, mind-numbing legalese. You will say, wow. Or perhaps, hold it. Don't miss out on a stunning life or death courtroom thrill ride.
Those taglines, our law firm would sink faster than the Titanic. You know, I feel like Phoenix is generally a little bit like this, but he's definitely not doing the improv yes and thing very much for Maya. Galactica's 3 symbols: tiger, flaming city, and jellyfish UFO. That is kind of what they look like, didn't it? If we go at the bottom. Jellyfish UFO, I can see that a little bit. Otherwise... Oh, that's meant to be people crowded outside the circus, right? Like, I know you were just joking, but now I'm actually looking at it closely. I think, maybe? That one on the left is definitely meant to be a tiger. I really don't know with that other one. Unless it's just meant to be the lights of, like, the warm glow of it inviting you in on the night. I don't know. I like Jellyfish UFO more, though.
This is strange. Everything else looks nice, but this desk looks old and cheap.
There's a really big photo on the desk. It's a picture of Regina and her father, the ringmaster.
He really loved her, didn't he? Regina was lucky to have such a wonderful father.
Not that she realizes that. No.
You may not know this, but they call this a tailcoat.
And they call this the face of someone who already knew that. Dab you, Twitch. You betrayed me. Oh, hey, Darth. Which is weird because it was on its game yesterday. Because you showed up, like, right away. But hey.
What?
A scrap of white paper sticking out of the coat pocket.
Huh? Where?
Where? Calm down, Maya. I just got the notification. Oh, that sucks. You can't just go rummaging through people's coats.
Oh, you always make me feel like I'm doing something wrong.
Are you kidding me? No, Phoenix, what is that paper? We look for clues. I only ever manually check things. Notifications spotty across most sites. Yeah, that's true. Oh, look, they have more pictures up here. At least one of them is of Regina. I don't know what the rest of these are. Well, Maya, you have been tried for murder twice. Look, they were both false charges. She's innocent of crimes that the courts know about.
Nick, look at all the photos lined up on the wall.
It's like a guided tour of the circus's history.
This is so cool. Seems like there were so many happy memories.
Seems like Chris o'clock.
Maybe we should do this sort of thing at our office. We can put up pictures of all the clients who've been found not guilty.
What if we had a client who was found guilty?
We'll just pretend like they didn't exist. How's that? Nick, now you've got me thinking about losing cases. Why'd you do that?
Think it'd be a good way to get you to have a guilty conscience, even if it's unfounded. Maya's on there twice. That's also what I said when I wanted to skip RE6 chapters. Yeah. Oh, Resident Evil 6. I wouldn't mind playing through 5 or 6 on here, but they do really need to be co-opted. Like, especially 6 to just be playable at all. But 5 is actually a good time. As long as you're actually co-oping with a person. JK, only watch a long play. 5 is fun.
All of these frames look the same.
They almost look like thank you cards. Looks like every year the Ringmaster made donations to charity. To the Robot Clown Research Center.
You're kidding, right?
What? They may be a perfectly reputable charity in the field of advanced tomfoolery. Robot Clowns? I mean, if it's every innocent client, then Maya would be on that list twice. Ooh. Yeah, like, Robot Clowns does seem like a mistake, now that I think about it.
This is where the Ringmaster applied his makeup.
It's quite a collection of the most understated colors. Shocking pink, for example.
This one says it is 100% all-natural organic mascara.
And this one says, sensitive enough for a baby, strong enough for a mime.
The Ringmaster must have been really concerned about skincare. Very metrosexual.
Holy shit, metrosexual was a word this... Yeah, I guess it was a word this far back. This is how you get chaos corrupting the men of iron. I remember I actually watched it early into the lockdown of 2020. Well, I had to sit there waiting on students to jump into live chat. They didn't. Yeah, that does sound right. Yeah, I've played through Resident Evil 20 a couple. Resident Evil 20. Oh, okay. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. That's for Chris 40 years from now, if I'm somehow still alive. Which is sad to say, but we aren't there yet, Fenrir. No. Actually, I say that. Do I think Capcom would survive the Resident Evil 20? And I said 40 years, but do I really think Resident Evil 20 restoring the Redfield bloodline? We're close with Final Fantasy. That is true. We will get to Final Fantasy XX for sure in my lifetime. Now, the one that will immediately just naturally be porn parodied XXX 30. We'll see about that. I'm not sure if Square Enix 14 can only carry them so far. I mean, given that Final Fantasy was meant to be Square's actual Final Fantasy. Well, that's why sometimes you shouldn't name things so. Well, not even ironically, but... Okay. So, I've actually just been doing a lot of regular talking, but I'm already about halfway through my time. This just feels like a natural spot to take a little pause break. We beat 16 of them. We have. So I'm going to step away for a little bit, stretch my legs. I still have plenty of tea because I've not had to use too much. Although I've been casually sipping a few minutes. All right, I'm back. I just realized because I left it on here, I left it on something with no sound. Actually, there's a lot of no music in this case, weirdly enough. I mean, I think usually you need to be on a character anyways, or it's the blaring circus music. So I guess if I had to choose between silence or the circus music, I would have picked silence. Uh, Two as don't 20 vol, alternatively 2I zero hazard. I wish they kept the Biohazard name here in the US. Main title, honestly, it's weird enough to be catchy. I can get both, the appeal of both. I'm just used to Resident Evil. But I can definitely see how people like prefer Biohazard. It is more accurate at the very least. But I do think there's a point in the it's weird enough to be catchy. I don't need to examine, I can move. Back to the big top. Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of glad I left you guys on silence. I feel like this would drive me crazy. Alright, well, we need to go to the Lodging House Plaza. December 28th, Lodging House Plaza. There seems to be a dorm where all the performers in the circus stay.
Really? So we might run into that stoogey clown here, right? He's so kooky.
Ah, it's you two. So similar ring to Citizen Kane. I could see that. Um, if I had to guess, this is because they told us the police were still here, and someone who recognizes us. This, my guess would be this is Gumshoe, but we'll just see who it is. Someone who we don't know is saying, "Ah, it's you two." Okay, that seemed like a fairly safe guess, but
Oh, Detective Gumshoe.
Larry. Oh man, I don't want it to be Larry Butts.
How is it you guys always seem to know when I'm working a crime scene, pal? Because you're always working, detective. You're the only distinctive detective design in this game. Well, I'd rather not be always working, but with crime, you don't make your own hours.
His single flailing sleeve as he waves at you. Ah.
Oh, if I have to be at the circus anyway, I want to see the lion tamer and the tightrope. However, no matter where I go, the show is always the same. Dead body, stage left. Nick, he complained.
Haha. That's a rarity. Let's get back to business now, okay? Back into the... Man, this circus is infested with birds. Anyways, Gumshoe. It would be not me if I didn't do this.
Oh, come on. You flashed that badge at me so many times it doesn't work anymore. Well, why don't you try wearing a different badge every now and again? Well, I do have a Steel Samurai badge with me. How about that one?
I'll only wear it if Detective Gumshoe carries a Steel Samurai police badge.
Then it's a deal. I hear that Detective Gumshoe has that very badge. Oh, what? Don't look at me like that. You're making me nervous.
Gumshoe's AI has become aware. I've abused this too much.
Oh, you know I can't tell you anything about the evidence we have gathered. Stingy. Oh, stingy? Oh, well, you put it so bluntly. It kind of hurts my feelings, pal.
Kitschy. That's why they did stingy. Like, that's a very Japanese reaction. Just be like, kitschy. They're saying the same thing, basically, but it's more prevalent over there, I'd say. You don't have anything to say about this, right? Yeah, okay. What about this one? Oh, okay. Gumshoe, age 31. That's fine. Gumshoe, don't be tired about your,
I'm making a really strange, tired-looking face here. Are you sure you weren't born looking like that?
Uh-huh. I wish I was more lively. Right now, I'm just tired. You and me both, brother.
Well, there's not much you can do about that, so you just gotta keep on being tired.
You're right. Glad I stayed out of that one. There's some weird things going on, and I don't know. It does feel like people are kind of different in this case for some reason. Maybe I'm laying the... it's kind of weird, because I remember not really liking this a ton when I first played it, too. But it does make me wonder, would I be, like, when you're told and you hear things about something, it makes you more aware of it. And you kind of get that, confirmation bias going on, too. And this was filler in as the last minute. I mean, that's one of the rumors about this. Like, that he had to, that the writer, because this is still written by the guy who writes these first 3 games. And some of the other ones, too. Shu Takumi, the main guy. But rumors are, 1, he was intoxicated at the time, and 2, he also had to do it very quickly. But I said this at the beginning, too. People always say it. Sometimes someone's having an off day, too, you know? Well, being a spirit medium is quite an accomplishment. And you're so young, too. That's really something.
Actually, I've been thinking of taking a break from channeling.
Really?
I don't want to have another instant like last time.
I mean, that is both fair and kind of sobering. Well, it looks like Max is the most unpopular guy in the circus tent. You know what they say, a bad attitude follows you everywhere. He's a bit arrogant, but it didn't seem that bad.
But just because someone has a bad attitude doesn't make them a criminal.
Oh, it's not just his attitude. I've got proof, pal.
Huh?
Well, he left something at the scene of the crime. Oh, thank God we have regular sound music right now. One of his magician's trademarks. An incredibly well-made silk hat.
Well, it does have very classy decorative elements.
Silk hat added to the court record. Made to order hat that is a symbol of Max's fabulousness. Found at the crime scene. Oh, Max uses a cloak, silk hat, and white roses as his signature symbols. Pretty mundane, aren't they?
Who cares if they are mundane? At least they are easy to understand.
It must have hit a nerve. Oh, that's what he said. Who said? Oh, the eyewitness.
Eh?
Tell us about the eyewitness. To BF, if someone tells me something sucks, if I'm a fan of the series, I'll still give it a shot. Yeah, that's true. Like, usually, even if I've heard things one way or another, if I'm still interested, I'll go for it. But it does mean sometimes, if you have that knowledge, you still might be paying attention to things that you might not before. Or at least, I'm saying it like a universal view. That is a problem for people in general, but it's also something I know I've definitely done, and a lot of people do. But some people are better about that too. You have anything to say about Regina? Well, I've gotten affidavits from most of the performers at this circus. They are certainly a strange bunch of characters.
You don't say.
Well, not stranger than you, I suppose.
That was cold.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just messing around. I mean, I don't think I necessarily need to be mean, but... Usually because people have that performative, overly critical persona online. There's that, too. Fortunately for me, I'm just usually that dickishly overly critical in real life. So I don't need to act overly. I do that a little bit. Ooh. But some of that might be also internalizing that stuff a little bit. Okay, that's the same. And we already did Gumshoe. Okay. Did all of that. Oh, we can just examine here too. Why not? This is the only place that the snow has been trounced upon.
The murderer was sloppy, leaving all these prints all over.
Whoa, no. We're the ones who left the prints. Our investigation can be a messy thing sometimes.
What?
Oh, I also slipped and fell in that spot over there. The other detectives all got a good laugh when the prosecutor whipped me. Oh, thank God there was all this snow around to bring down the swelling. Oh, Gumshoe. I'm at a stage of curating YouTube vids based on the "It's So Over, We Are So Back" watermarks. Oh, man. Oh, the eras of online content. It's great to know that the police aren't worried about preserving the evidence. Well, this year I finally won an air conditioner.
What? You didn't have an air conditioner? Did you ride your Triceratops to work too?
What do you mean you won an air conditioner? You didn't buy it? Well, I can't afford one of those things. But I got lucky and won it as a door prize at the annual police Christmas party.
They really pay you peanuts, don't they?
Oh, peanuts? I don't even get paid enough for peanut butter, let alone peanuts. What the hell is the legal system where the cops and detectives aren't paid well in this game? Blank situation is blank is this generation's world's blankiest blank. Yeah, I could see that. Oh well. At least Gumshoe does have an air conditioner now, though. Good for him. All the safety lights around the circus are kept on all night long. So, they should have been on at the time of the murder. So he's saying the murder took place in the light. Oh, how strange.
How strange indeed.
There's some evidence under the turp over there. Oh, hey, watch it, pal. The killer is behind that turp.
Ah!
Oh, gotcha. I was just kidding. Oh. Okay, that's a choice. Wow, this actually really had nothing going on. No, that's fine. Wait a second, did that have... wasn't something, was it? No, it was just that. Okay. Talk. Oh, tomorrow's trial. Do you know who will be the prosecutor in court tomorrow? I ask as if you didn't say that you were whipped earlier, implying that it is Franziska von Kerma. Well, of course. Well, it'll be Miss von Kerma. Ugh. She isn't gonna hit me with her whip again, is she? Poor Gumshoe. What do you have to worry about? You only have to see her in court. When she shows up at the precinct, the sound of that whip never ends, pal.
Detective Gumshoe. I'm sure Miss Von Kerma is really interesting and all, but there's someone else I'd rather talk about.
Oh, like who?
Like Mr. Edgeworth, of course. You know, Nick's true rival and boyfriend. At least by the fandom's take on it, Miles Edgeworth. What in the world happened after I went back home?
The Tommy Knockers of Ace Attorney Epps. Wow, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, you haven't heard what happened to him?
Nick won't tell me.
Oh, well, to be honest, I'm not at liberty to tell you either. Let's just say he's not around anymore.
He's not around? Nick, What does he mean Mr. Edgeworth isn't around?
Exactly what he said. He's not around. This is... They're being so mean to her. Edgeworth is basically taking a sabbatical, and they just won't tell her that. Like, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but it really isn't. Edgeworth had to go back to his planet. Edgeworth is gone. Don't say his name again, okay?
Nick?
His people needed him. It's like they were like, okay, people are going to go crazy because they're really into this fandom thing of shipping Phoenix Wright and Miles Edgeworth. But we weren't going to have him in the first few cases. So maybe what we'll do is we'll have Phoenix overreact anytime people bring up Edgeworth and he's not around. That way we can do the thing where we keep Edgeworth away, but also assure people who like to ship it that their ship is still going strong. What happened? The ringmaster of the circus was murdered, wasn't he?
Oh, yep. Last night around 10 p.m. He died outside in the cold. Oh, pretty sad way to go out if you ask me, pal. It was rather cold. Oh, this is the scene of the crime, pal. The body was found right over there. Right about where you are standing now. Ah! Oh, surprised you, didn't I? I'm not laughing.
Excuse me, but do you mind telling me what happened to the victim?
Whoa, he was killed by a blow to the noggin, pal.
Yeep.
Oh, that's pretty clear cut as far as murders go. He was discovered quickly. But, oh, that's just one thing that doesn't quite fit.
I've said this before, but the Edgeworth Wright ship is the most believable one in the history of ships. I'm a curmudgeonly anti-Tumblr, anti-AO3 guy, and even I can't deny the subtext. It's one of those things where they kind of write in the teasers for it too. Also, people really blow it up. So one of the things that I appreciate that this franchise doesn't do, that a lot of shonen series will do. I mean, this series kind of did a little bit, but and I'll go with the classical example of Naruto, because even if you haven't followed much manga or anime, I think most people have the basic knowledge of that down. Where Naruto and Sasuke have this really obvious rival mechanic that a lot of people like to latch onto and say that they're a couple. But you need to have time skip babies. And most people are too cowardly and wise to do mpreg. So they need to have wives that they can knock up instead. This one didn't go the route of having lawyer babies. Probably because it would have to be like a 20-year time skip instead, which would be a bit long. And a 20-year if they have like Wunderkind genius ones. They know what part of the fan base has disposable income and they will cater to them. There's that too. If you can get the Fujoshi crowd, they will keep you in it because they usually have the deep pockets. Well, to be fair, I don't know when it was decided to have a sequel series for Naruto. Oh, I mean, that's just how the way Naruto was written. I'm not sure that was part of the plan early on. I mean, most shonens, remember, we're talking post Dragon Ball Z, though. And one of the big things that Dragon Ball did once it moved into Z and everything is it had the generational stuff and the next generation thing. Not that time skip babies haven't existed before then, but I feel like Dragon Ball in particular is what solidified the fact that most shonen series, to a degree, feel they need to do that. Nice. Gumshoe said just one thing doesn't quite fit. That was a weird talking about things that don't quite fit in here. I'm going into shipping dynamics and stuff like that. That's because the money truck kept pouring in on Toriyama's doorstep. Yeah. But also, besides the fact that it was also massively just popular and stuff, Toriyama was also just like, he was a very inspiring creator for a lot of people anyways. Like, I don't think it was just the popularity of it too, but just like the way he did everything and all that stuff. Man, it's weird to discuss this stuff, and obviously he passed a few months ago. I think Diamond's coming out relatively soon. I'm not quite interested in it, but
There's always something that. There always seems to be something that doesn't quite fit.
which is what she said. But no, she's a girl. Oh shit. Plus, if I recall correctly, Kishima wasn't really buying Bodo. Oh, Darth. I know Captain is still around. I don't know if Dill is too. I refused to read Boruto, and I still refuse to read Boruto. When I reached the end of Naruto, I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I did the Sarada spin-off right afterwards. I did that thing, because it was short enough. But all I know about Boruto is people talking about it. Oh my god, though. There is nothing more devastatingly sad and darkly funny than the fact that Kishimoto came back to write Boruto, and it kind of nosedived in quality after he already flamed out because Samurai 8 just couldn't catch on. I like 50 chapters, but I kept forgetting about it because it was monthly. Monthly series can be kind of hard in that regard, too. Like, I feel like they work better after the chapter of him taking over. Yeah. Oh, man, because I listen to... I'm, like, 5 behind, but I plan to eventually catch up on weekly manga recap. Some of their best segments are when they have the Boruto chapters. Quinn and Nick really kill it. I mean, telling them Naruto was kind of bad, it's only space aliens. I mean, I got disenchanted with Naruto throughout the entire final arc, but Kaguya was kind of an issue. It went from interesting family to the biggest trash fire. And trust me, we've experienced some trash fires in our time. Something unusual. What was this one thing that didn't quite fit? The thing you mentioned earlier. Oh, footprints, pal. Footprints.
Footprints?
Oh, look at this picture of the crime scene. I told you I wasn't going to let you know about anything about the crime, but here's all this stuff. What's this? This wooden box under the body? Oh, no clue, pal. Some forensics experts took it back and are examining it now.
And what is so mysterious about the footprints?
Oh, whoa, calm down now. Take a good look at the footprints in this picture. The victim's footprints are on the scene. Like, they've hinted at that even just a little bit. I want to bounce off that final twist as hard as I did. Boyd pulled a Tony Hawk and did a flying kickflip into stabbing Sasuke in the eye. Oh my god, that's right. It was like... Oh... So my taste in manga is pure trash fire. I mean, there's good trash fires in manga too, though. Versus bad ones. Something like Fairy Tail. Remember when Kawaki had a pretty good and compelling portrayal of depression, or any personality at all? I remember hearing about it, but it was a long time ago. There were a couple moments I liked in Fairy Tail. Mashima really has lost it a lot. And that started happening decently into Fairy Tail, but it got really bad near the end there. And I'd never touched Eden Zero. It's wild to me that Berserk is approaching 40 years old. It's like 35, I think. Yeah, but it, had many hiatuses. Before, of course, Hira's tragic passing. I still enjoyed Fairy Tail throughout. It lost me in the couple final arcs, and I really hate the Mavis and Zeref stuff. I can't ironically enjoy that even as bad romance. Mostly because I like the fact that wizards aren't just fucking glass cannons. I think that wears off a little bit when you realize that's also because Mashima doesn't know how to do most shonen fights without just simple I punch you. Oh, that's right, pal. The problem is,
The killer's footprints aren't there.
oh, bingo. Where did the killer come from? And where did the killer run off to? Well, obviously, there was no way the killer committed this crime while flying. So it feels a little bit unfair for the game to sandbag itself like this. But let us be clear. 1. This game loves to have the characters say some dumb things and have some wild ideas come up. 2. Max's big thing is he has a whole act around him flying. And 3. There's a missing set of footprints. I think we all already know what's going to come up during the trial. Should I ignore that whole Zeref thing in general? Just found like, yeah. Also, this is more me thing. Acnologia. Really liked him as a dragon. Don't have a cool dragon boss. Man, I'm not usually generally against giving someone a cool human form to have that kind of fight too. But it just didn't work with Acnologia. It was Jesus. Good one, Dill. I keep trying to get into mangas, and it's similar why I don't drink. People keep telling me I haven't found the right ones when the entire taste of booze is my problem in the first place. Which I think is fair. It was better as just an engine of destruction. Exactly, Darth. Thank you. And I mean, God, reading manga is like the biggest thing I do now. But I do understand, like, if you just don't like that consumption of media, even if it's a story you really would like and does some of those things, I just, if you can't get into the thing, it's not going to work out. Also, I do appreciate that Gumshoe is saying there was no way the killer committed this crime while flying, which means that this thing that we know is going to come up and be a part of the case is something that Gumshoe himself thinks is too stupid. Abandon all hope, ye who enter, turnabout Big Top. A flying culprit? That's when something just clicked in my head.
There's no way. Flying is impossible.
You get living centuries to millennia, losing all your ties to humanity, just becoming this terrifying dragon. This one is full of pineapple. You can't even taste the alcohol. Joke's on you, I'm a super tasty mutant that can taste the air like a monitor lizard. That's right. Flying is impossible. Absolutely impossible. What's with the hollow laugh, pal? I meant nothing by it, pal. Better stated, means I don't want to talk about it. Maybe I can get some info about Max out of him. Convo added to the court record. Picture of the crime scene. Okay. Yeah, I think part of this is like these lines are to tell you to present the profiles, which I'm doing anyways, but never really got a hint that having Dragon Slayer magic was going to eventually mutate using their dragon. They had done that ages away line from a book in one panel. There's that too. That's funny because I don't think you need to like extensively foreshadow, especially in a weekly publication. It's not reasonable to expect that. If you can get away with it, that's great. But very clearly, he had plenty of time. He could have figured this out at some point and done it. I don't think Mashima ever plans that for it. Oh, he definitely doesn't. But a lot of times, you won't even like. I'm not sure planning ahead's the right word for it, but there's times you get at least like. He never makes the work to make something even seem like he planned it. Like, I don't think he reads his stuff either. Or if he does, he doesn't really ever go back to use it. Unlike, say, Undead Unluck. Where very clearly, sometimes that has things planned ahead, but also sometimes the mangaka just goes back and is like, well, I've done this. Let me just do this and adjust things as I go. Oh yeah, maybe I shouldn't have brought up Undead Unluck. I'm really conflicted over that chapter. Last bit of anime I watched was with a friend of mine. I think she picked randomly, and it was about this girl who had some kind of birthmark number thing between her legs, and people kept trying to dive on her. I have no idea what that is off the top of my head. Like, my gut reaction to Undead Unluck this week was I was not happy with it, and I feel like we're missing out on stuff. But I acknowledge that, one, we may not even miss out on any of that stuff at first blush. Because maybe what it looked like we were about to have, that it changed this week, can still manifest in a way. And two, it is a wild, impressive thing. It does definitely, like, it's a shock. But it really feels like, because I like the characters in Undead Unluck, and it really feels like, for whatever reason, they just went, let's just skip this 30 to 50 chapters I could have done and get to this point. And it's hard for me to not feel that way. Even if it is literally that, maybe they just didn't have that in them, which is a valid choice if you don't think you can write it. You know? That probably is the better call, but yeah, it's just how that felt to me. I did get Katie to watch the Undead Unluck anime, though. That was fun. Even with all the unnecessary flashbacking. The Eyewitness. So about the Eyewitness. Ah ho ho. You know I'm not going to tell you about that. That's the prosecution's trump card. Oh well. Oh, I just remembered. What? Oh, I forgot to mention that you two are barred from entering that lodging house. Why is that? Oh, no reason. Oh, just something I remembered to tell you. Yeah, actually, screw this arc. That is what it feels like the chapter is doing. And even if it's worked in some way and it's really satisfying, I think regardless of that, the 2-chapter setup, including the cliffhanger we were left on last time, and like the beginning of the chapter we had this week, I think creates that feeling regardless in a vacuum, which is not a great design choice. Well, I feel like us shadows aren't so much distracting you as we're providing an alternate means of entertainment for you. I mean, I was mentioning this, I think, yesterday. Because in other games, a lot of times I could still be like moving a character around or doing something, right? In a visual novel, though, it just stops things. But I enjoy this. It's fun to have these chats going on. Especially because sometimes the game gives us something that actually I can use as a kernel to do something. Well, for no reason. It's just something I remembered to tell you.
It must be because that's where the eyewitness is.
Let's check it out.
Oh, don't you dare, pal.
Sure, Gumshoe. All right. Oh no. Mo's room. December 28th, lodging house, first floor, Mo's room. I wonder whose room this is. Phoenix, look at the goddamn room. It's the clown's room. The one poster is the clown poster. There's clown outfits on the wall. You sure it's Mo and not Moe? I'm pretty sure it is just Mo. But I could make it Moe. Why does this game have murders always happen around Christmas? It's clearly the Riddler's room. Oh, that's a cursed idea you're giving me, Dill. I wonder whose room this is.
The name tag on the door says Moe on it.
I guess he's not here.
Wow, it's a real mess in here.
My room's probably worse, though.
Oh well, I give up. We'll have to come back later.
Oh, I can't do this yet. Okay. That's fine. Are those clown costumes lined up like that? I don't know about you, but it's creepy.
Look at the collection he's got. It's incredible.
It must be a collection of clown costumes from around the world.
Oh, I almost forgot.
What is it now? She better not want me to try one of those on.
I was thinking of starting a costume collection myself. I'll call it World Spirit Channels. We can display it in our office.
In our office? As soon as you start paying the bills, you can say that. And also, the bills will get paid. Moe's got an excellent pair of pajamas, laid on his bed in an excellent manner.
What? Those are pajamas? You mean he goes to bed dressed as a clown? Ew. Awesome. Look at these shoes. They're great.
Forget the shoes. Check out the great gag banana peel.
You sure it wasn't Moe's snack after lunch?
Are you blind? Look at how many scratches there are from people slipping on it. Oh, this is such a bad thing we're going to be doing with this. I once did use white pillowcases so you'd never know. Oh no. Oh, that's pretty bad. We did Sam ran. It was just a one shot because she wanted us to try old Dungeons Dragons. So we did AD&D. And I don't know why, for whatever reason, I made Yavpo the cleric. I made them the cleric of Moe Jesus. Because, I mean, you know me. Sometimes for me to do a character, I need to make them as cursed as possible. But part of it was too, though. If you know Fire Emblem 7, just Fire Emblem over here. There's the cleric character of Molder. Sometimes you hate DM, sometimes you hate God. It's definitely some of that, a little bit. But for some reason, someone had drawn this just random, old, kind of boring, slightly generic, just kind of cleric dude who saw it. They just gave him this, like, simple but kind of, like, soft and cute design. And I'm like, I need to use this as a token image. So clearly it's for a cleric for Moe as a concept. If I remember it, I'll try to like find that image. Although it probably isn't actually hard to look, but it's sometimes all it takes for me. You can't say anything about but you'll say something about the chair. Okay, whatever, Phoenix. Moe seems to be a voracious reader. Look at all the hard books he has here. Clowns for Dummies, The Joke's on You, Treat Your Peons Right, and the classic, Funny jokes are funny.
Wow, Moe is very studious.
The joke's on you, huh? Oh, so speaking of TTRPGs, I was reminded, not only does Dock Wagon have armored ambulances, they also will deploy VTOL aircraft, which makes sense. Sometimes it's really hard to get someone just via the streets.
Teehee, clown equipment is so funny looking.
He's got a bouncing ball, a unicycle. He's even got a trampoline. But they're all broken.
Maybe he was just a little too excited during practice?
Who knows with that guy? Maybe that's part of the gag? Why is there a bunch of... I don't get the carrots. Also, those armored ambulances are built by Ares. They are under contract. Ah, so one of the mega corps actually, which makes sense.
What the? There's a string of carrots here.
How strange. The carrots seem to come in all different shapes. Weird. I can't tell if Moe just likes carrots or if he's using them for some sort of gag. Look at the ceiling. Looks like someone punched a hole in it.
You're right. I wonder what happened.
I don't even want to imagine what goes on in here. I don't think that's actually relevant, but... Also, Phoenix, look in goddamn waste bins. You look for clues. Ares being the weapons megacorp. I did think I remembered that, but okay. So we can't do that yet. December 28th, Very Big Circus. Circus entrance.
Huh? Hey, Nick, look over there.
What?
There's someone over there. Excuse me.
Oh, God. So theoretically, Dogwagon employees that handle the high crisis response calls either get the best weapons on the market for free or a substantial discount. Makes sense. Oh. Hello.
Wow, he sure is a quiet one. Excuse me. Huh? Me?
Yes. You work at the circus, don't you?
No, I'm just your everyday average Joe. An average Joe who just happens to hang out at the circus? I don't think so. Yes, I am. I've got nothing to do with what's going on here.
He's lying. Like any regular person would hang around the circus, dressed like that. I'm an attorney. My name is Phoenix Wright.
I'm a spirit medium. My name is Maya. Well, I just happened to be passing by.
I don't suppose you happen to be some kind of carny?
Not a carny. I'm a performer. Actually, I'm a ventriloquist. Ventriloquist? I'm Benjamin Woodman. Your last name is Woodman? Yes, that's right. But everyone calls me Ben. Ah, yes. That's your alias, right?
I believe they call it a stage name. I love the Wilshire run, but Z Bashu's parody is hilarious. It is more of a parody of crowdfunded dystopian cyberpunk RPGs. This game was designed by a failed novelist who has tricked you into reading his microfiction. I mean, that's a parody take on it, but I can't... There's maybe the kernel of that sometimes a little bit. Okay. I don't know if he actually will say anything yet. What happened? Excuse me, Ben.
Yes? You mean me?
About the murder. I'd like to talk to you about the details, if I may.
Really? I'm just a normal guy. I'm just a regular normal guy. I don't know.
This guy's so nervous, he's creeping me out.
Nick, cheer up. Just try and smile. would you mind telling us something about Max? Maximilian Galactica.
Max? He is not very nice.
Did he just say that Max is not very nice?
Ow, my head hurts.
Yikes. I hope he is okay. Sounds like he just popped the gasket. Triloquism.
Ben, so you're a ventriloquist?
I'm just a regular guy.
You already told us that you were a ventriloquist.
Oh, yes?
Nick, don't yell at him. You can't do that.
I can't help it. He's making me nervous.
Ben, would you mind showing us some of your skills as a ventriloquist?
Well, I right now, bye.
What? Ugh, he's contagious. Okay, I don't think he'll actually say anything yet, but maybe he will.
Would you mind taking a look at this? I guess we won't need you to look at this after all.
Okay, yeah. So we can't do anything with this character yet. Alright, I think... Do I have... Do I have enough to figure out Max's thing? Oh wait, or maybe do I need to... Okay, let's go back to this. Now that I've met him... December 28th, lodging house, first floor, Moe's room. Hello.
Bravo.
Oh, this is gonna be a mistake.
Oh, congratulations. You're the big winner.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it.
The 1 millionth visitor to the room of one Mr. Moe Curls, aka me.
Earplugs. Must find earplugs.
Oh, to celebrate this momentous occasion, would you care for an organic grape? Just one. Did you get my joke right there?
Slanishi demon. Who in the wall said 1 million people enter the room. Fill it with cleansing fire.
I welch on giving you more than one. No. If it was funny, it is your duty as a human being to laugh. People who don't laugh are usually last seen in Lansing. Catch my drift?
Maya.
Ha 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 ha.
This is like some Faustian nightmare.
Come on, it was funny. Clowns are always funny in my book.
In my book, they're just funny looking.
Oh, you sure do have great taste in clothes, Gertie. Look at that Gerb. You look just like Greta Gerb. Oh.
So, you know how I heard okay will births? So I mentioned that a lot of people hate this, and I pointed early out that part of it is Regina is only 16, and she has multiple older suitors. And that is like a social, moral reason. Part of why people hate this case is Mohair, because we had director Hadi, and he was an awful human being, but he was contained. He was a sharp puncture of suck. He had the one sequence where he gave us the stuff we needed to know, and we used it later on, but that was it for him. Mohair we are going to be stuck with. And he will testify on the witness stand. And in fact, he does one of the most annoying things that any witness can do on the stand. But that's for later. I'm going home.
No, Nick, you can't.
You know, I can excuse a bad joke or two. But this stooge keeps laughing at his own jokes. That's what I object to.
Okay. I get it. But you have to admit he is kind of funny.
No. I do not have to admit that. Because he isn't. So I'll get the carrot. I think the idea is that for us, Mo is the stick, and we're hoping desperately for the carrot to make us keep playing. Load the bolters. I'm not gonna do the laughing, because, no. Very Big Circus.
Could you please tell us more about the Very Big Circus?
Oh, it's a very big story. You sure you got that kind of time?
And the hits just keep on coming.
Oh, this circus has been in business for 20 years. We all performed under the guidance of the ringmaster, Russell Berry.
Actually, in fairness, if I cared more, I really feel like Mo should have two voices here. One is the whatever awful clown voice you want to give him like this, but also his other one should be like a kind of Krusty the Clown, you know, like a tired smoker, I'm done with this shit kind of thing. Unfortunately, he's not good enough as a character to be that way very often. Because he's too much into his very bad, wacky clown persona. Pinky the Clown from the Garfield cartoons. Hey, wacky laugh.
20 years? Wow.
Working in the circus is never easy, especially nowadays. With movies, on TV, and bowling, there is just too much competition.
But, I love the circus.
Oh, I love it too. That is why I've been here for 20 years. We work hard to keep the show running. No one sends in the clowns on us.
Nick, he just made a joke. Laugh.
Her.
Though the ringmaster was a real big shot in the circus world. A real class act. Even when there were no customers, Russell would use his own money to pay me. Because he knew that I had a family to care for. He was happy to take care of his employees.
I see.
How could anyone do that to such a wonderful man?
Maya, stop encouraging him. This might be the worst thing, like, even if Maya had committed the murders she's been accused of. Well, okay, that's not true. The first murder she was accused of was Mia, and it was a shame that anyone took those titties out of the world. But especially the second murder of that Turner Gray, that shitty doctor, is less of a crime than her encouraging this awful clown. What happened? Away.
Wiggity what?
I'm sorry, Moe. Nick was born without a sense of humor.
Oh, don't worry about it. How can you fault someone for being born that way?
Now he's beatboxing, oh how dated. Yeah. Does feel in character for him to be dated, but it's still painful. Let's talk about the murder.
Well, let's see. It must have taken place around 10 p.m. last night. After rehearsals were finished, I was tuckered out, so I came back here. After I went to bed, that's when I caught a peek of it.
caught a peek?
Of the crime.
Just as we suspected. This guy's the eyewitness to the crime. Russellberry.
Oh, the ringmaster was truly ahead of his time. He would always add new elements to the show.
New elements?
When you've been a performer for a long time, your act starts getting a bit stale. I realize that even my act can get a bit long in the tooth. Sometimes my jokes can be a bit, old-fashioned.
Bit long in the tooth?
Oh, but that make-believer takes things too far.
Make-believer?
Oh, the magician, the one that thinks he's all high and mighty. He had the gall to say to me, "You're one of those funny types, right?" What does he mean, one of those? Well, the joke's on him now.
On him?
Oh, yup, he got on everyone's nerves. The day of the murder.
Go ahead.
Nope, no way. Just forget I said anything.
I bet he's still hiding something about Max. What you witnessed. You say you saw the crime. Do you mind telling me what you saw?
Well, the police told me that I can't share my story with others. Oh, don't say a word, pal. I'm just gonna have to let these lips stay zipped.
That's not fair.
Oh, I guess you're right. Maybe I can tell you a few details.
I miss Old Bag and Larry. Oh, Dottie, it hurts because you're not wrong. At least Mo did not become an enduring character like they did.
Oh, but only if you can get old stiff lips here to make with the funny.
Stiff lips? Wait, do you mean me?
Nick, you can do it.
Oh,
Oh, what's the matter?
just getting ready. Okay. Do you know why I, Phoenix Wright, am a great lawyer? Because I'm right all the time. Okay, but literally, this is the same quality of humor that Mo has been doing. So that's bad, but also, how dare you judge? He's still better than Hottie, but man.
At least his expectations are low.
Oh, I wouldn't let him quit his day job.
Yeesh, got a guy some slack. This was funnier than Chuckles over here.
Oh, it wasn't the greatest joke I've heard, but you did try, so I'll tell you what I saw.
I'm sorry he's incapable of being funny, Moe.
Oh, that night, once I had tuckered myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Once I heard it, I jumped out of bed. That's what I saw. A great clatter. Without question, without a doubt, it was that magician. That's all I saw, but it just proves how terrible that man actually is.
He knows more about Max than he is letting on. Hottie's like getting your fingernails ripped out. This guy's like getting dunked in a vat of mayo. Painless, survivable, but horrible. Oh. Ooh. You've given me a good idea of how we can use an alchemy joke for torture, though. Alright. What do you think about this? Anything come to mind?
Oh, you want some advice on your development as a comedian, right? I see. Well, this is what you do. When you tell a joke, imagine everyone's wearing underwear and dancing the lambada.
I think that's enough advice for now.
Nick, he was giving you good advice. Don't be so close-minded.
Okay, I'm pretty sure most of these he's not going to say anything for, but... Nothing for the Max poster, really.
It's that uppity faker's uppity top hat. They found us at the scene of the crime, didn't they?
That's what I've been told.
Unbelievable. That jerk killed the ringmaster.
It really is a shame what happened to the ringmaster, huh, Mo?
Moe. I was mostly good at catching that. It seemed that the ringmaster was truly a great man.
Whistle. How could anyone do this to you? Moo.
Moe's taking this really hard.
Oh, this isn't very funny. How am I supposed to know about people who aren't in the circus? If he thinks he can kill the ringmaster, it's only just that he should die too.
Moe.
Oh, sorry, I crossed the line, but he truly is a disgusting human being.
Wow. When fucking Mo here calls you a disgusting human being.
Why do you hate him so much?
Let me tell you this one story. The morning before the murder, something terrible happened. Max clonked Ben right over the head as hard as he could.
Ben? The ventriloquist with the speech impediment?
You should go to the cafeteria and investigate for yourselves.
The cafeteria?
Let's just say there's got to be something interesting there. Bah, 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 bah. Ah, yes. The very big circus is very big, isn't it? You should always carry a map with you to get around.
Ah, thank you. This is an atlas.
Bah, 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 bah. Oh, I'd kill myself. Really? I'm dying here. Come on, Debbie. Come on, Debbie.
Now he's just laughing to hear his own voice. Circus map added to the court record. Cafeteria... I mean, the cafeteria was right there, we just didn't go in there. Have decided that infinite mayo should be one of the alchemy joke things needs to be put on a watch list. That is... I will admit that always has been weird to me. I'm not quite sure. So we see Lodging House, we have Mo here, and there's someone called Acro on the 3rd floor. We'll meet them. We've met most of the characters so far. We only have 1.5 still to meet. Okay. Did Max. What about Regina? Can't explain why, but it's perverted to me. I think definitely, especially like, because you might mean how perverted comes to me too. But there's definitely something that like I think in the like classical sense too of just being like weird and deviant. It just does kind of feel that way. But I don't.
Oh, that's the ringmaster's daughter, Regina. Ever since she was a little girl, she's been watching the circus performances. Cuter than a little puppy Maltese, that Regina. If only my Lorena was that cute.
Lorena?
Ah, Lorena is my daughter. She lives with her mother now.
It's true what they say about the tears of a clown. Oh, God. He's reproduced. I mean, fortunately, the mother keeps the daughter away from him, so the clown should stop here. But... okay.
Well, I've been friends with Russell since even before the circus began. He was so selfless. He always thought about others before thinking of himself. I'll find a way to return the favor. He was always took such good care of me. I wish I would have thanked him more than I did.
Ben, age 31, real name Benjamin Woodman, a ventriloquist. Conversing with him is really tiring. Oh my goodness. Mo, age 46, real name Lawrence Curls. The ringmaster's old friend, a pleasant stooge of a clown.
Oh, Ben, how's he doing?
He's a ventriloquist, isn't he?
Oh, that's right. Boy, was I surprised when they told me his secret. He's got a second mouth where his belly button should be.
I'm just gonna skip his laughter now. We can imagine it. It's just annoying.
Oh, just kidding.
Ben wouldn't tell me a single thing about the murder.
Oh, that's a simple problem to solve. He won't talk if he doesn't have his puppet Trilo.
Trilo?
If Ben doesn't have his ventriloquist puppet, you'll barely get a word out of him.
Really? Master and puppet. Is the actual slap sign backs when he laughs. Yeah. So this is why I said we have 1.5 characters to meet. Ben is currently incomplete. Without his puppet Trilo, Ben won't say much. Trillo. It's ventriloquist Trillo.
Oh,
What's the matter?
whenever I see my own nose, I am reminded of my Italian heritage.
Ah, I see. Must be because you have one of those Roman noses, Roman all over your face. I didn't cross the line there, did I?
You went so far past it, you'll need a map to get back. Okay. This case is so big. We need to go to the big top. Cafeteria. Oh, he gets his own seat too. December 28th, big top, cafeteria.
Ew, this place is gross.
This must be because of last night. They didn't have time to clean up after dinner because of the murder.
That reminds me. What was it that Moe said?
He said that yesterday morning, Max clonked Ben over the head here.
He also said that there's gotta be something interesting here. Nick, what's gotta be interesting?
Don't ask.
Him.
This is strange. There's nothing on top of this stand.
Look here, Max is written on it. It must be his VIP table.
Isn't it a bit small to be a VIP table? You won't be putting a 10-course meal on this. The localization team high-fiving over that Cody reference.
Well, he could still eat hamburgers, right?
Got him. Keep our cafeteria clean.
Keep our cafeteria clean.
Doesn't seem like anyone ever read this sign, huh?
Maybe they should make it easier to understand. Clean it or die.
Well, that would definitely make them clean up. Ah, a bulletin board for, bulletins. Doesn't look like there are any useful clues posted here.
Boring. Maybe we should leave a juicy tidbit for someone to read.
Juicy?
You know, like a fake clue. Maybe something like message from the killer.
Give it up, Maya. You know Gumshoe would take it all seriously. Looks like they've left it exactly as it was on the night of the murder.
They didn't seem too worried about cleaning up the dishes, did they? Looking at all these dishes is making me hungry. Let's go get a burger at the snack stand outside.
Once we're finished with the case.
Alright, then let's get this over with, Nick. Here we go. Whoa.
Where's the mute button when you need it? There are dirty dishes all over the place. Must have been too hectic last night to clean up.
You know I can't stand a mess, Nick. I think you and I should clean this place up for them.
Oh, why do we have to clean up?
1, because I hate dirty cafeterias. 2, because 1 bears repeating.
But this is a crime scene. Can't clean it up. We have to preserve it for evidence.
Oh, you know I really hate dirty cafeterias.
As much as I hate cleaning dirty cafeterias. Gonna have to dip, take my granddad to his eye appointment in the morning. Good luck and good night. Well, thank you. I'm gonna wrap up in a few minutes anyways. But good luck with that. What's this? Must be a juice bottle or something?
Ah, watch out, Nick. It's broken glass all over the floor.
Broken bottle just lying in the middle of the floor?
Do you think it means anything?
There's gotta be something interesting there. Huh? Looks like we're going to have to go back and meet with him.
Him?
Broken bottle added to the court record. An orange juice bottle that was found broken on the cafeteria floor. The chair's been knocked over.
That's what it looks like.
Almost looks as if someone knocked it over in a struggle, or used it for self-defense.
Or maybe Regent just likes to eat his dinner in the cafeteria?
The kitchen is over there. Everyone must have taken turns cooking. There's a duty list posted here.
I wouldn't mind trying my hand at cooking for this many people. Maya's killer hamburger. You'd try it, wouldn't you?
All right. Now, do I need to ask Mo about this? Or does this have to go to Maximilian about this? I don't remember. So let's just real quick go and we'll ask him anyways. Okay. I don't think we can actually talk to Ben about it because we need to get him Trilo. Yeah, okay. Okay. In that case... Yeah, I think this means we have enough to break through his psych locks. December 28th, Detention Center. Visitor's room.
Oh, it's my two sweeties. Welcome to the detention center.
Did you just call me his sweetie? Again?
What's on today's agenda? What can I help you with?
Well, we've gathered quite a few clues.
Wonderfully fantabuloso. I mean, fabulous.
That's why we came to meet with you again.
What's wrong? Quit making such a scary face.
Okay then, Max. Let's make this absolutely fabulous. Alright. So, I could probably go for a bit longer, but it's over 3 hours. I've always been doing pretty well, but then I've also... Good, that magician has razor-sharp curds. I think he does have a couple, actually. But this seems like a good place to stop. There's still a fair bit of investigation. Like, there's not a ton left, but I know we at least need to give Trilo to Ben and get his whole spiel before we see him. So I think there's at least an hour of investigation more left. I could have probably done this whole thing tonight, but I had a lot of fun chatting with people instead with stuff as it came up, so that'll happen. But I'm just gonna call it here. Let's make sure I save before I finish wrapping up. But thanks for hanging out. It does kind of feel... Yeah, thanks for being here. It does really feel like you can tell why people have a poor opinion of this case. But, see you next time.